What is up, my dudes and dudettes? I'm not in the right game. Oops. Okay. All right. I was testing this for the fucking longest time. When I mean the longest time, I mean the longest goddamn time ever. Seriously. This game does not want to work at all. Ever. What with OBS. I had to change my settings around all the day. It's where it should be now. But this game, I mean, holy shit, I had to change the encoder. I had to change the way that my entire camera. I mean, if you can't tell, the way that I'm doing this on now, overlaying my visual onto this is different from how it was. And that is not technically because I want this to be this way. Although I do think it actually does look good and probably better than it did the last time. And to be fair, we can still switch to original view. It's still there. Hi. How's it going? But when I switch to my my camera view of this, it's no longer the static imaged version of things. Unfortunately, or fortunately, you know, it depends on how you feel about it. I personally think that this is slightly better myself. At the end of the day, just because I don't, you know, it doesn't look like, well, it's just not as obtrusive, I should say. I can make my person as large or as small on this as I want to. In fact, I'm going to increase the size of my little dude here to probably a little bit closer to, here might be good. Here might be a good size. Then I'm like similar size to the other characters. Although I will say then it makes it hard to see the and that's actually kind of cool that I can do. I can put the end of my hand over to hide the lettering here. I can hide the lettering. That's pretty neat. Point being, I'm basically a spectral little form here, which is good. You know, it helps everything look a little bit better, look a little bit more concise and to the point of what it, like, I don't know. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say this was a bitch to get working properly. And holy fuck. If this game, I tried the normal game capture, which usually works for everything, was not working nearly at all. I tried the what is it? The just window capture didn't work properly. Display capture, then all of a sudden it was like the display capture was working. Even yesterday it was working. And then all of a sudden today it's just like, nope, we're not going to do that either. We're not going to do any of this. Any of this is not going to work for you. And you can go fuck yourself. And so then I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck, man? I just want this to capture. Why isn't it capturing? And I ended up looking up. So I have an Intel Battle Mage, the B580 or whatever, the highest tier Battle Mage that you can get. Because I thought that would be cool to have, is to go fully Intel with drivers and stuff like that, because then I don't have to worry about trying to get things to work with each other or trying to figure out good like lineup for things. Plus, I wanted to give myself leeway for when Intel eventually takes over the market, because let's be honest, judging by how their Battle Mage works right now, if they make a graphics card in their C lineup or their B extended lineup soon, that is a like jump up in performance the way that they keep saying that they are, they're gonna become competitive really quickly. I mean, this game, just this game alone, there's ray tracing and other stuff, and earlier today even, which is why I found it so bizarre. I had ultra graphics and all ray tracing on, and on high settings, and this was running perfect. It was running 60 FPS pretty solidly. The game was like, are you sure you want to do this? This isn't recommended. But I was like, well, you know, whatever. What are the odds that this actually does anything bad? And it was working fine. Then you turn on OBS, and OBS doesn't even use that much of a, like, that much information. It's right now I'm using 3.4% CPU, and I'm getting 6,000 kilobytes per second for the bitrate. You know, the bitrate's not dog shit or anything. Although on YouTube, that is pretty dog shit bitrate relative to other streams. What you can do, you can actually go as far as, what is it, 54K bit rate or something like that on YouTube, which is crazy. That's like insane bit rates. That is not normal streaming bit rates. But point being, this game does not want to work with anything. Right now I have this on medium graphics and other stuff like that, and it's finally not stuttering. It's finally operating properly. I got the audio to work properly. Yesterday the audio wasn't even coming through at all. Didn't know that until an egregious amount of time through. So let's just say, my God, I need to do more. Like I need to do what I did today, which is set aside an hour and a half before the stream just to test the stream shit. 'Cause dear fucking God, I will say today, and this is kind of fun, today's the first day I'm trying out my setup the way I usually do it. And by that I mean, this setup is, I usually listen to stuff out of my soundbar and don't often have headphones or earbuds in for long periods of time, just because it kind of hurts my ears to have them in for long periods of time. So I usually don't do that. However, the last like dozen streams or so, I've been doing that because it's supposed to make better audio quality. However, now I have audio set up in a way that it should not be echoing through. There's not enough of a ability for this mic to pick up. It's not situated in a direction that it can pick it up, and other things like that. It should be fine. And should be is the key word there, because anything can happen. I'll listen back onto this when the VOD is done and I go to edit, and then, I mean, my editing, even now, I'm backlogged like hell because I just haven't really wanted to go through and edit any of these videos yet, especially knowing how fucked my audio's been and setup has been through the past little while, and how I've finally gotten it correct. But I really should. I really need to go through the Observer stuff and do that, and then, you know, sit around and, I don't know, shove my thumb up my ass in celebration or something. in delicious celebration. Point being, I got it working. I got it working finally, and I think it will work for just about anything now. Because this game is weirdly taxing. I don't know why it's so weirdly taxing on my system. Again, this is not the first game. We did, like, there wasn't any ray tracing, but it was on max graphics, the Observer System Redux, and that was not really stuttering at all. You know, I've tried Cyberpunk 2077 under recording settings, and it's been fine. And I have ray tracing on for Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, I always have ray tracing on, and that's at ultra settings and all that kind of stuff. It was working fine. It's only when this game came through that it's like, no. You can't be doing something fun and engaging and easy. No. So, to say the least, we are going to... Oh my God. Christ alive. Ugh. To say the least, we are going to be playing this through in a nicer way. Oh yeah, by the way, I switched the webcam around to being here. Yeah, and I think that the music on both should be paired properly. I'm not sure though. Anyway, point being, got the whole thing set up. It's all dealt with and all should be pretty straightforward now, you know. That looks pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. But I will as time goes on, I'm gonna try and get better and better at this, because this is just, again, I'm trying to capture stuff a lot more through OBS and other things like that. I had this all set up like 5 years ago, but a lot changes in 5 years. I was also going through a much different software and hardware interface kind of thing. Like right now, in theory, I could offload all of this to my laptop to do and just save the hardware and audio encoding for that. And it would be probably loads easier system-wise to get a high-quality video going through, because that system would be just dedicated to that. All in all, I could set it like right there or something like that. I just don't want to do that because I set all of this up on this computer, and I would have to reset it up again on that one. Not to mention, this one's connected directly to the internet using an Ethernet cable. That one would not be. Although in theory I could connect it up. It's just, it would just be a lot. And not to mention that that doesn't guarantee better performance. It just implies better performance. I'd still have to connect up a capture card to this whole interface, and then I'd have to hope that that capture card stays good throughout the entire process, because sometimes those capture cards really like get fucky or stuff and stuff. So, but my God, I just felt like complaining about and bitch moaning and complaining about my woes, because holy crap, that took so long. I was supposed to start by 6. I gave myself 30 minutes of prep time beforehand to get this stuff under control, and it still took an hour longer than that. Oh my God. I mean, seriously, at some point you just gotta look at this and you just gotta, like, I was borderlining on psychosis at this point. I was really like, okay, if we don't get it here soon, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna kill everybody. Everybody, everything. It's not gonna go well. It's not gonna be okay. But luckily for me, that's not the way that the cookie crumbled. So, oh God. All right, enough of that ranting. I am going to be playing, obviously, Hogwarts Legacy. A little bit. Not a whole hell of a lot. I don't know if we're doing all quests and other stuff like that. It may be one of those things where I just do the main quest line, just because the best way that I can describe this game is rough. This game is a rough game to play through. I do not enjoy it nearly as much as the rest of the Harry Potter expanded universe stuff, which you'll see how I feel about those games coming up, because my plan is to play all the Harry Potter games from Sorcerer's Stone onwards soon. Sorcerer's Stone will be my first time playing through, and it will be the PlayStation 1 version, because there are actually there's a whole video I could link, and I might link it in the description when this VOD goes out. It is all the different versions of Harry Potter that exist, because every Harry Potter game has like 3 or 4 different versions of it. Besides, I think Deathly Hallows, which is just basically the same versions of each other. But in the early days, the PlayStation 1 version of Sorcerer's Stone is different from the PC version of Sorcerer's Stone, which is different from, I don't know if they went GameCube yet for it, so it might just be PS1 PC version, although there might be a GameCube version, and if there is, I don't even know what that would look like. But then Chamber of Secrets has multiple different versions. It has a PC version, a GameCube version, a PlayStation 2 version, and I believe a PlayStation 1 version. And the PlayStation 1 version and PC versions are similar, if not the same. The GameCube and PS2 versions, I think, are very similar. But again, and then there's actually is a GameCube version of then Sorcerer's Stone that is the remade version of Sorcerer's Stone that they did after this game's company that was in charge of Chamber of Secrets bought the rights to produce the games. So depending on what version of Harry Potter you played back in the day of this series, it could be vastly different games. Really different. So I will be playing PS1 Sorcerer's Stone, so we will be seeing PS1 Hagrid. PS1 Hagrid is going to be a thing, so get ready for that. But I'm just going to showcase, they're just so much more delicious games than these ones are. Than this one is, you know. I was expecting next to nothing from this game because I was worried there was all this like woke stuff around this and everything of people being like, no, J.K. Rowling sucks, she's stupid, she smells bad, and like, I get it kind of on some level, but like, can we stop bullying games for just existing? So they had to overcorrect for this. They had to overcorrect to be like, we're not a part of J.K. Rowling's whole thing. They had to do that whole bandwagon stuff. And it ends up making this game really weak. I'll point out bits and pieces of it. But like, because I understand, I know the deeper Harry Potter lore. And from the stuff that J.K. Rowling's put in the books and all that kind of stuff. And the Tales of the Beatles and the Bard and everything. So I know what this era should have looked like and what this era has become because of Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy puts on a real like, oh, it's such a pleasant little world that we're all a part of the grand design, and oh, if you don't have your permission slip from blah blah blah. It's like, this is the late 1800s, dude. This is not they're not gonna be permission slips in the 1800s. You're lucky they're fucking sending you off. Are you kidding me? The concept of a childhood barely existed at this point. Arguably, the advent of a childhood occurred during this time frame. And you're like sitting there like, whoa, it's just kind of ridiculous. Because I've taken children's literature classes, I've taken all that kind of stuff. The advent of children and children's literature didn't even come about until like the early 1900s because of how children were thought of up until that point. They were not thought of as children. They were thought of as like things, kind of. It was like, I don't get it. Anyway, I need to take a piss, actually, so I'm going to put this onto the, backup little thing, and I will be back in probably 5-10 minutes. I just want to get stuff out of the way because I've had to take a piss, and I just wanted to get this started, really. Because holy fuck, this took way too long. So, yeah. All right, here we go. We'll do that. So you should get like a little bit of that, like. Okay, I'll be back. Wow, I'm back. I'm like Dora the Explorer. Dora the Explorer. Sorry, I'm just double checking audio levels for what you can hear. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, da 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 do 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 do. Okay. That's acceptable, I think, maybe. Who knows? I don't fucking care anymore. If this doesn't record the audio level the way that I want it to, by now, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Alright.
There's an Ollivanders.
Yeah.
Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like
Hold
you
on.
nearby.
We'll get this thing
Mr.
going.
Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand. Alright, I'm ready to go. Blah 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 blah.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Once, no.
Alright, cool. The audio sounds okay from this end of things. Yeah. Settings. Exit to main menu. So that way I can load the proper game. God damn, man. It's taken only, I don't know, fucking an hour, I think. Close to it. I love hearing myself in like a 10-second delay. All right, I think the audio levels are good. They sound good at least. They sound okay. Maybe not great, but they sounded good. I think they may be just a touch low. Let's just double check some more. If no, it sounds all right. Okay. It may stutter a bit. I can't help any stuttering that exists by this point in time because holy shit. Okay. I'm just trying to look at the everything to make sure that the stream's not lagging any more than it should be.
Now, which way is the common room?
Well, I would say down, not up. Okay. Just double checking again. God, this game's made me so freaking worried about the idea, just the concept of this not working after all this pain. Okay. Level 1 lock.
Different.
Level 100 crook? Got him. Okay. Yeah, we gotta see what all the other Gryffindors are.
It's still not working. Ugh.
I
don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Dude,
It's
this
not
is like the late
complicated spell.
1800s.
I should
This
be able to
lady
do it
should be
non-verbally. Why is this
like
not
getting the
working?
kick.
Ugh.
The Jesus.
Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor.
Oh
I'm
my
Cressida.
God.
Pleasure
Dear
to meet
Lord,
you,
this
Cressida.
is brutal.
Splendidly
My
theatrical
brain
arrival
rot
to the
is
sorting
just-
ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth.
What I'm trying to say is she
Your
should get the
professor
shit
thinks
kicked out of
prodigy.
her. I mean, holy fuck. I think she would get lynched. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast.
My
I was
God.
hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Sorry, I'm watching myself
what you
on
were trying to
delay
do
and
just then?
finding myself entertaining enough to like
Oh,
distract me,
yes.
so I'm probably
Having
gonna have to
spotted
stop
trouble.
watching myself.
I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
It's annoying though, is what it is, because all I really need is for the live chat replay. But it's like obviously nobody else is watching besides me right now. I could talk to myself like a psycho. This is why I'm trying to get a second computer monitor for right here, like a little small computer monitor, so that way I can have multiple monitors, so that way the OBS, which again could be fixed if I just bit the bullet and just use the laptop, but again I can't do that because I'm probably just gonna set that up either tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know, we'll see. We will see. Oh, I'm sure
Don't
you'll
worry.
get it.
We'll get it in the end.
You'll
I
get
hope
it in
so.
the end.
If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very
Or you won't.
impressed.
You either will or you
going to keep
won't. And
at
if you
it.
don't, ha ha ha. And if you do, fuck you.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Is it really that difficult to
Okay,
cast non-verbally?
this
yes.
woman annoys
And if you
me
don't
to
get
no
just
end. Just
right,
even the way
the
her
results can
face
be,
looks. I'm
shall we
sorry.
say,
I'm sorry to
awful.
anybody who
Once,
looks like this,
I
but
tried to
like,
cast a piece
I've
of
met
non-verbally
too
on a
many
goblet in the
people
Great
who
Hall
have this
and
exact
ended up
aesthetic
launching
who
Professor Sharp's Yorkshire
their
pudding into
immediate
his
response
face.
is to like
He was not happy.
just attack you about anything
good
that you
luck with it.
believe or
It was
say
nice
or
to meet you, Cressida.
think.
You as well.
They're
Enjoy
just
your
constantly like,
birthday.
I'm right.com. I'm the one that's right. I'm the one that's right. Anybody who has a problem with me, blah, 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 blah. And like, they're the kind of people who get their butt hurt whenever somebody's better than them at something. And it's just annoying to me, you know? When are you going to sit back and just let somebody else be a little bit better than you at something, you know? I'm sick and tired of it, dude.
Never do anything for a thrill.
I'm sick and tired of people sitting around and being like,
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly
oh, I'm the
safe.
best. I'm here. I'm this. I'm that.
Well, hello.
Sorry,
Don't
Nelly
mind me.
distracted me
I
for a
find it
second.
helpful to change my point of view now and again.
And again, these guys are supposed to be
Things
fifth
in
years, which
perspective.
makes them 15,
Once
16.
I made it to the
I
top of
remember
Gryffindor
15,
Tower,
16
from the outside,
when I was
without
their
a
age.
broom.
These are not 15, 16-year-old looking
I'm Nellie, by the
individuals.
way. Nellie Oxford.
These guys look
I've
like
heard
they're
rumours about what
13,
happened to you when you
14
went to
at the
Hogwarts. Is
best.
it true? About the dragon?
It was terrifying.
It's true, and I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
How awful for you. And of course, that poor man from the ministry. but still, you got to see a dragon. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
Just means casually shove a pill in my mouth. Trust me, it's not what you think it is. I am not, in fact, a drug addict. I am, however,
I'd imagine most
deathly ill 9 times out of 10.
No.
This is actually for acne and other stuff like that. It's an antibacterial antibiotic. One of those. Minocycline is what it's called. I take it because my body is not a temple and has never been a temple. and I just want to be normal enough to where people don't look on the street and go, "Oh, Mummy, what's wrong with that man?" Don't look at him too long, Stacy. Stacy? I don't know. What do people name their children these days? Probably like something absurd. They're naming them something like Bimbus 3x2 or something like that. They're naming them their old like user gamer tags and some shit like that, and it's like, okay.
I take it you're not afraid of
It's like
heights.
learning about that ABC DEF or whatever her name is. ABCDEF. Abkadef. It's like, oh, you know that your life sucks and that your mom has severe problems and that you just can't deal with it anymore when you're named Abkadef. You know? At that point, I don't know. Maybe it's time to like
What exactly are the rumors
ask
about my journey to
for
Hogwarts?
not just a
that
name
you
change,
escaped
but
a
like
dragon attack? Isn't that
a
enough?
home that loves you.
Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course, it's got people talking. Word travels
Yes,
fast
I've
at
escaped the
Hogwarts.
jaws of a dragon. Uh-huh. Sure. Okay,
I'm sure I'll be
I don't
seeing you
know.
around,
This whole game
here
is
in our
very
common
like
realm or when you scale your next tower.
I
never
scaled
know.
the tower
Bye for now.
without the broom. Oh, so impressive. Dude, you're a witch or a wizard. They've even claimed that witches and wizards like have less of an ability to like die to stuff like that because they're like more resilient. They're like literally bordering on superhuman. And I don't know. You're magic. There's about 1 million different spells you can use in case of an emergency when dropping and falling off of a large building that can save you from certain death. I just don't think I'd have many fears if I was a wizard. You know? I get it that like apparating is a high level spell, but Arresto Momentum, is that a high level spell? Or Accio or hold on, Wingardium Leviosa that you could use on yourself.
Here, have a sip. Go on.
I have a feeling.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself.
Oh my god, my neck itches so goddamn
Hello.
bad.
You're the new 5th year.
I have to be
Pleased to meet
careful
you.
how
I'm Gareth
often
Weasley.
I shave
Heard
now,
about
so
your
I can't
travels
shave
here.
nearly as
Can't
much as I
believe
used
it.
to
Glad you
because
invented
my
Is it true
neck
that someone
wound
from
is
the
still
Ministry
healing
was
from
with you in
my
the carriage?
amazing epic cool tumor.
Yes, a friend of
But-
Professor Fig's.
My god, if it isn't painful.
Didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
That must be awkward.
Does having your aunt here make things difficult?
More than you'd think. Most people assume I can't get into trouble or be given detention. But they're wrong. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
What's that in your mug, buddy?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
It's poison. I've been giving it to people. It's a very, very potent poison. But turns out, not as poisonous as you'd think it would be. Most people end up living through the whole process. That being said, it's only been most people. So I'm still kind of dead, though.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, As I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though I'm
Between
not certain Professor Sharp would
brewing
make
some
the connection.
delicious,
He doesn't
delicious
appreciate
poison
my,
and brewing, you know,
creativity
say,
as much as
a
you
nice
might think.
beer. There's very little difference. This man's this kid's a psychopath. These kids are all crazy. That woman's scaling towers. The other one's trying to non-verbally chant spells and everything to just... She actually said something over there. I forget what it was, but it was something along the lines of, like, I tried to use Accio and ended up, like, shooting something at someone. Hello, buddy. Little Meowers. Meowersons. Where'd he go? I heard Meowing Cat, but now I can't figure out where Meowing Cat is. To have meowed, or cat, or whatever. I take care of the local strays, and one of the strays that I'm taking care of, that I usually take care of, has a head wound that's really bad, so I've let him in for the last little while, but during nighttime like this, he gets a little bit antsy and goes and starts meowing all over the place. Meow, meow, meow. And you gotta sit there and be like, dude, can you, like, shut up a little? It's not that big of a deal. Besides, it's like -10 degrees out right now. You just don't understand how much you enjoy this temperature range until I let you outside, and then you pause at the door for a while, look back at me, and then go back inside. And it's like, yeah.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you.
He's
for
a
the
very
insights
annoying
on
cat,
your
and
Pleasure to meet you
technically
as
the
well.
neighbors.
Good luck today.
But the neighbors are kind of sacks of shit, so...
Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common.
I'm so tired of my neighbors always being, like, these evil, like, country bumpkin types. Like, because it's one thing to be a country bumpkin type. I don't have any disrespect towards country bumpkin types. I was a country bumpkin type for a good long while. I have plenty of friends that are country bumpkin types because I live out in the country and am a bumpkin, so country bumpkin flows naturally. However, when you're, like, on the scummier end of country bumpkin, stop yourself a little, you know? Like, come on.
Good morning.
Seriously?
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year,
Okay,
you'll need to catch
what is
up
it
with your
with, like,
classmates and
people
not fall behind.
just
Especially
making
as you'll be
any
expected to
professor
complete
type?
your
Like, this does not look like a
OWLs at the
real
end of the
human
year.
being.
OWLs. Owls.
It's
Yes,
like
your
whoever
ordinary
did the
wizarding level exams.
animation
They
work
will
for
determine
human
what type of
beings
career
in
you
this
have when you
did a
get here.
phenomenal
After
job.
much
But
discussion
whoever
with the
did the
headmaster
actual,
and
like,
the Department of
facial,
Magical
like,
Education at the
sculpting and
Ministry,
texture work
we've devised
should have been
something
fired.
extraordinary
I
to
don't
ensure your
understand
success.
how they could have done this. The best way I can describe it, actually, is this is some Mass Effect Andromeda type shit of visuals, and it's so inconsistent. It's so inconsistent. Like, just there was that little, like, cut for, like, 2-3 seconds of him holding
It is a wizard's
the
field guide.
field guide,
Will help you
and
to
that
decide
little
what
bit,
you
just
are
his
learning,
hand and
so
other
that you
stuff like
master
that, it all
that's
looked great.
expected of a
But
fifth year.
now, like, yeah, exactly.
It would be
Look at that
wise
right
to
now
take
there.
full advantage
That
of
looked
this exceptionally
perfect.
valuable resource.
But all of a sudden, I don't know, it just sometimes they really, like, it just looks bad
Thank you, Professor.
sometimes.
What do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. Or even right here, like, this hallway
This
looks
way.
like horseshit compared to the other room.
The
Compared to
guide
the
will
other
give you
room, this looks
opportunities to
terrible,
practice
but I
your
know
magic
why.
and
It's because
educate yourself about
they
visiting lore.
must have made the outside world before they made Hogwarts, or they, like,
I certainly would
made
appreciate
Hogwarts.
something
One of
like
the
this
two
when
happened
I
before
was
the
a
other,
student.
and they needed
Using
different
the
camera
guide will
angles
also
and
train
camera
you to be
levels
alert
for
to
things
your
and
surroundings.
rates of speed,
Do keep up.
and they just don't mesh well in Hogwarts the way that they should. Because when you go out and about, it looks way better, but when you're here, specifically here, it just kind of looks weird.
Simply cast
Revelio.
Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
This portrait depicts the wizard Baruffio, famed for his brain elixir, and as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F, and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. I think, judging by this accent, I could have been a voice actor for this particular game, because they didn't really get high-tier voice actors for this. At least it didn't seem like it. Sorry, not to shit on any of the voice actors for this, but it seems like this was recorded in the Country Bumpkin voice acting area. This was not recorded by a very phenomenal voice acting careers individuals. Or they just simply did not mix it properly. Either way, it sounds like somebody was trying to do a Harry Potter impression and failed profusely.
Inside and outside of the castle.
Like during this time, it would have been very high grammar English, because this is the late 1800s, in which that distinction was very, very important for the common folk and the aristocracy alike. So, it would have been a little bit more involved, with more of an emphasis on grammatical structure and the like, although that switched between several different versions of English, of the English language. The English language, it would have been far more involved within the grammatical structure as well as the complications of said grammatical structure. Kind of ridiculous, if you really think about it. But no, it's fine. It's whatever. Like, it would have been, like to say, oh, I heard something pretty bad. Like, in this day and age, they would have been like, the insidious whispers came to me once, and on the wind's breath. And it's like, yeah, that would be an interesting way to say that. But instead, they're just like, no, that's just British people. It's just modern British, but in the late 1800s. Which, by the way, King's Cross Station. King's Cross, I don't think, would have been anything like what it is now in the 1800s. I don't know how long King's Cross was like King's Cross Station, but I can't imagine that it was modern King's Cross or that they would be referencing King's Cross Station. I don't know. I think they just didn't put a lot of thought into the time frame they were building this game into, because I have a sneaking suspicion it wasn't always supposed to be set during this time frame. But whatever.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Okay, we're about to see a character that I have very much a controversial vibe with because of, let's just say, again, logical conclusions for the time period they set this game in. That is not necessarily the best idea when you want to be inclusive. Again, I'm just saying, this is wizard supremacist time frame, when the wizard supremacists were rampant. So again, I just can't state it enough. I don't know why they always do this. Why they always like, oh, we're going to set ourselves in the 1200s, where everything was absolutely and absurdly inclusive. It's like, you know what a good game that does this very, very well is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Kingdom Come Deliverance and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. They do this fantastic. They're about the accuracy of the time period. And one of those accuracies is that they run into, there is, I think, one black man in the entirety of Kingdom Come 2, maybe 2 or 3, and every single time you interact with them, they act like they have just seen something unusual and creepy because you're black in an area of the world where black people would not have even been seen on an average. The guy actually, the main character actually responds like, are you a monster or something like that? Were you cursed by a demon? And it's like, yeah, of course that'd be what they thought. So 12, it's what is it, the 1300s in that game? 1344 or something like that?
A mastery of defense against the dark
Even this,
is
the late
required for those who
1800s,
aspire
turn of
to
the
become
century, you are not going to be seeing that many black
lucky
people,
to have the
especially
evidence
not, like, even just look at this
in charge of
diverse
students'
background. You've got
education in that
Asian
regard.
individuals, you've got things like that. You do not realize that the Chinese were called foul things during this time frame. There's an embargo. There's a war with the Chinese. And then India, this professor that we're gonna see is an Indian person in the 1800s in England. Are you serious? No.
You should be able to find
No,
all
he's
the
not.
supplies
He's
you
not
require
there.
in Hogsmeade.
I'm sorry,
You
dudes.
also, I imagine,
Stop
enjoy
with your
many a pottery
inclusivity
there with
and start
fancy
thinking about
jewels.
history, because it's still supposed to be taking place in the same world. It's not like Muggles are in their own universe from
Thank you,
this.
Professor
It's
I'm not
it's
sure
kind of
you're
it's just
on your first
ridiculous
day,
to me.
and you
It
have
is
much to
genuinely
learn.
absurd to me
Happily,
that they
your
built a
professors
world
have
that is
agreed to create
so
additional
outside of the
assignments for you
realms
outside
of
class. You'll
suffering
be up to speed in no time.
that are happening
Judging by your adept use
right
of
now.
Revelio earlier,
Ugh.
I'd say Professor Fig succeeded
No,
in
she
at
just
least
like, oh,
showing you
Revelio.
the
Oh,
You did, Professor.
don't forget
He's
about
been
what your
terribly
professor was
vague
once
as to
taught
the
you.
events
It's like,
preceding your arrival,
first off, in the
specifically
late
about what
1800s,
happened after
these
that
kinds of institutions
awful
would
dragon
be
attack.
like
My suspicion is that there's
new
more to the
for
story than a
kids.
search for belongings
They would
and
not
an
have been
extended trip up to the
that
castle.
like common. This would have been arguably just having started to be opened up to more than just the aristocracy during this time frame. But
We did take a bit of a detour
Whatever.
on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins, and I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well,
it's just annoying.
I
Again,
Professor Fig
I-
has his
I just
reasons
can't
for
get
keeping
over
the
it, man.
details to himself.
if you're gonna make a game in a time period where this
Speak
kind of
of the
stuff
devil,
matters,
Professor
make it matter.
Your
You know, it would have been
case is
so
to be
cool.
learned.
There's this whole
Yes,
quest line with
you
Avada
seem to have
Kedavra that will
provided
come
our
up in
fifth year
this.
a solid foundation in
And it would have been
basic
so cool
spellcasting.
to showcase the level of non-caring that various people would have had during this time frame. The forbidden, unforgivable curses
Well, I'm just glad
may
you
not
took the
have
time
been
to come.
unforgivable during this time frame. There's illusions in the Beatles and the Bard that they were
Hogwarts,
not
and you
unforgivable
chose to fly
curses
in the
all the
path of
time. That the
dragon.
Ministry of Magic
I wouldn't say
did
I
not
chose
always
the
have them
dragon's
be
path,
unforgivable
Professor.
curses, that there are certain things
Unfortunately, it would
that
seem
were
that it
not
chose us.
like
Very
deemed
well.
as inappropriate
Enough chit-chat.
during these time
I need to get
frames.
to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the
Even
field
now,
guide
the
to
ministry
magic?
like
Of
is
course.
supposed to be
Thank you.
much less of the ministry. This is
Good luck
before
with it.
Parliament
And
was
remember to
rebuilt
use
in
your
in
field
England.
guide.
Prior
It will
to
be
Parliament's
invaluable to you.
restructuring in the
And
1940s,
invaluable to
30s,
me,
and 40s,
as I'll be using
when
it to
people,
keep
the
up to date on
English
your
Empire
progress.
was
Yes,
loosening
Professor.
their grasp.
Come
They are
and
still
find me
the
in my
imperial
classroom after you've
English
attended
during
both
this time
classes
frame,
today,
and they're just
and I'll
acting like this
explain
is just
more
like
about
Britain.
those assignments I mentioned, and we'll see if we
I don't
can't
know. They
get you
needed a
to Hogwarts
historian
League
to
for those
proof this
supplies.
game and to be like, guys, this is ridiculous. Hello, Professor Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Like, oh, you know what? I guess the best way that I could explain this is watch A Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. And that film's set in like from like 1920s to the 1940s. And even then, like if he said something like exploring ruins out loud and like disobeyed his direct orders, he would have been like fucking beaten. Even in Harry Potter, in the first Harry Potter, they're like, it's a pity that they didn't keep the old punishments. Back a few years ago, they would have hung you by your thumbs in the dungeon. And it's like, yeah, in his time, in Filch's time frame, which is not that old because he's a squib, there were people being held by their thumbs in the dungeon, you know? And then here they're like, oh, the barbaric time frames of all the way back then. It's like, this would have been that time.
Yes, sir. But I didn't tell her anything else about her travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a
My
brilliant
God.
and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between
I can't
us.
describe what's
Understood,
wrong
Professor?
with their
Good.
faces.
Now,
But
as
it's
capable
something
as
that's
you are,
wrong with
I believe
most of
the
their
ability you
faces, but
possess
not the player
obliges you to
characters'
be
faces most of the
well-trained.
time. And I
Happily,
can't
you
I
have the
can't
benefit
describe.
of
I
an
don't know if it's like the
exceptionally skilled team of
eyes
witches and wizards to
or
guide you.
the head.
Speaking
There's
of
something very
guides,
rubbery.
And so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show
But
you
it's
the
just the
clever
head,
enchantment
the
we
body,
included in
and
the
the
field
animation
guide's
work.
map?
I don't know if
Unfold it
maybe
and
they're
have a look.
doing the same thing that Veilguard did, where like the head's just a bit too big. Okay.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies.
I
including
can't
your
explain
own
what's
wand.
wrong here.
You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now,
There's too much of a
focus on your
distance
classes
between
and
his
pay
nose and his
attention.
mouth, maybe?
More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I don't know. It does look like his mouth's a little bit too far down. I don't know. This face looks fine. It's just sometimes. I don't know. Maybe they just animate too much. Hell, okay. Oh, there you are. There you are, woman. Lenora Everleigh.
Hello?
Everleigh.
I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty.
You know what this girl looks
it's
like? This
this
girl looks like that
painting. I never
A League of
noticed it
Their Own
before.
girl.
If I
The
know Hogwarts and
what a
this
hitter.
an empty frame
That
doesn't
one.
appear for no reason. There's something
And
more
here
to
comes
this.
what's her name? What a hitter! And she's like 8 miles away from camera because they all just know that she's so fucking ugly that they're just like, oh yeah, what a hitter she is, and she just waves at the camera from like a long distance. Everybody else is like these beautiful women because they wanted the beauty to be a drawing factor for the baseball games, and
Are there any
it's
other
just-
empty paintings like this around the school?
League of Their
Yes,
Own's
a few.
really funny. I really enjoy
This
League of Their
entire
Own, but
place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest.
I haven't seen the
If I
new
can
one
work out
because
the
I think
riddle of
the
this
new
one,
like
I'll know what to do with all of
Hulu
them.
series or whatever.
As
I just
good a
think it's
place as any to
unnecessary.
begin.
Can everybody stop like trying to make everything a sequel or a remake sequel or like all this stuff? It's like they're remaking Harry Potter as like I think a TV show or something on HBO Max, and they're like, and people are still like, well, I don't know, like he looks kind of like Harry Potter, I guess. It's like, stop doing, it's unnecessary. It's been less than 20 years since the last Harry Potter film came out. Why are we doing this? Why do we keep doing this? All the time we keep doing this. Stop. Stop making these remake. Oh, it's a remake. It's a sequel. It's a remake of a sequel. Oh, this thing. It's that thing. It's that. Stop ruining my childhood.
Painting since you've been studying it.
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind, but I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Of course she's a Hufflepuff. I'm sorry, but she looks like a Hufflepuff. Hufflepuffs are losers. Hufflepuffs are objectively losers, right? We all can agree on this, is that a Hufflepuff is like the worst house. There's nothing cool about a Hufflepuff. Ravenclaw, they've got that intelligence and that sharpness. Cho was a part of Ravenclaw and she was hot.
This looks like the location from the painting.
Then you've got...
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
I don't know. I guess Cedric Diggory was a part of Hufflepuff, but even then, Cedric dies like a bitch, so... I don't know. Hufflepuff's the one thing that just isn't cool in the slightest.
I knew there was a connection.
Wow.
I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
I found a thing. Cool. No, but just... Slytherin, they're like the evil ones, but they're really cunning and conniving. You got Gryffindor, which obviously are like the protagonist types. And then Ravenclaw, but Hufflepuff's the one where it's like, I don't know. I guess it's like the strawberry flavoring for ice cream. They're the strawberry flavor of classes where it's like, I don't think anybody chooses to be in Hufflepuff. I think the sorting house is like, I'd better be Hufflepuff, and people go, ah, man, I guess I'm gonna go eat my strawberry ice cream. It's like...
I found the location depicted in
I mean,
the
come
painting,
on,
and then I
guys.
cast Lumos
Can we
to
all
guide
just
the
admit
moth
a little
back to the
bit
frame.
that Hufflepuff
All very
sucks?
logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out.
I wonder how prestigious Hogwarts actually is. I haven't really understood that. Like, Hogwarts is huge, don't get me wrong, but it always seems like their dormitories aren't that big, which makes me think that Hogwarts is like populated by more students, that like maybe there's commuting students who use like the Flu network or something. But even then, I don't know. It just, something's off about it in a way that makes me feel like there's either a fuck ton of students and the dorms are a lot bigger than they make it out to be, or that there's not a big dorm system and dorms are like kind of more of an exception rather than the rule. Although I say that, I don't think that the dorms make a lot of sense for many of the individual, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense if you're taking into account like Ron, Hermione, and all that kind of people. Like, Ron should have been a commuter and not a dorm goer if they don't use the dorms for everybody. But then the argument is, well, what if it's like a magic overlay thing for all the dorms? And I guess that could work, but I don't know. There's something there that I'm not seeing that is the logic behind why these dorms and how everybody can be in this school. Because there's like hundreds of each different group of individuals in the dining hall at any one particular time.
Is that all you've got?
I would argue that with those seats the way that they are and how they like order the people around and everything on them, that there's probably about 100 people per house, so 400 total.
But I only have one Hebridean black skull.
And then you have to think about each class, like each age group class. And
you may be asking yourself how
I don't know. This might be something I'm gonna look up on
and live to boast about
this. How many people are in
to the
each
wise, age matters very little.
class?
Today
For
we
an
will review a
each,
spell that has saved me from death
year
at the hands of dark wizards
in
more times than I
Hogwarts.
care to remember.
Let's see.
Levioso.
About 280 to 400 students per year, which averages at about 70 to 100 per house, with the total Hogwarts population around
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of
1,000.
especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice. what
Very
we've just
inconsistent,
learned,
it seems like.
starting with something small.
Okay. Mentioned around 1,000 students at a time, so if that's 1,000, okay, it's 1,000. Then we're looking at whatever. Point being, there's more than they let on, while also being less than they let on some level. If there's 1,000, we can do the math here. 1,000 divided by 7.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Divided by 7. Which then is divided again by 4. You get about 35 people. 36 actually was that what that would be. About 36 people per.
Let us begin with the basic cost.
What are we trying to say?
See how the
35
reflects your
people.
cost.
36
This
people,
time,
sorry.
cast
36
Levioso
people.
first,
Jeez
then
Louise, my
basic cost.
brain is on
Remember,
mode right
a
now.
surprise.
36
Now,
people
the basics well.
per house per year. So about
Very good,
36 people
but
in
the best
each
way to
house
practice is by dueling.
in every year.
We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
36 first years, 36 second, 36
I want a fair
third,
duel.
and all that jazz, which then explains the population of classes having like all 4 houses to some degree, because it would make sense.
This should be.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Levioso.
All my students for this adept.
I did it. I'm like Dora. It's almost like this is very easy.
Not bad for a beginner.
By the way, this is on
You give
hard.
as good
I
as
want
you
people to
get.
acknowledge this is not on easy mode or anything. This is hard mode. But hard mode is arguably normal in this game because it's just it's so easy.
I put you
It's
on the
such an
spot,
easy
and
game.
you rose to the challenge. Points.
Especially
to
later
Gryffindor.
on when you get spells like Avada Kedavra.
Glad to have the
I know
opportunity
that
to
technically it's like an
If what
evil
I've seen
spell,
today
but they
is
don't
any
punish you at all for
we can
using it.
expect great
And you can
things
one-hit
from you.
bosses with
I
Avada
demand
Kedavra.
Excellence from my students.
I have one-hit
They are
bosses with
capable of
Avada
achieving
Kedavra.
it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall
What
reach out
I
soon with
think they
additional
do with some of
assignments.
these games and why there's such an Indian influence on a lot of them nowadays is that I think that they offload a lot of the production stuff to Indian games companies, so the reference materials they get for things are Indian in origin,
Nice work.
which is why it's easier to like make Indian characters and other stuff like that, because I've noticed
I
that a
enjoyed that.
lot, that a lot of
That duel
characters,
was
you've
quite
got
something.
you've got this
Everyone will
game,
be talking
you've
about
got
it. It was
Bethesda
something
and
to practice.
Starfield. Starfield's
Practice.
really guilty
It
of
felt more
this.
like I was dueling an expert.
And it's specifically
Back to the cellar,
Indian
by the way.
people.
Didn't expect a new
I
student
don't
to be
know
so
what that's
deft
about.
with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Because with her, with the professor, the reason why I'm saying this is because with the professor didn't have like a dark enough skin to be Indian, but her facial features and everything were very Indian-esque. So it was just very, I don't know what the logic is here, but methinks either there's like Indian production teams or something like that, but I don't know.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a
Intention
perfect fit
and
for a
talent.
certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Again,
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll
again,
keep that in mind.
in the normal Harry Potter,
Pleasure chatting with
sneaking
you.
into the
Sure,
restricted
I'll see you
section
soon.
is
Perhaps somewhere
only like a
unsanctioned.
danger,
We'll
they're
see if
considered
you're looking forward to the
spooky
day of
bad
sheer luck
in the
or
first
actual
and second
skill.
years of Harry
Look for
Potter,
new
man,
congrats will be near the
because
clock
they're
tower
children
entrance.
still. But as soon as you're like a teenager, you're like, oh, that's right, I forgot. Sneaking into a library to get books is probably one of the lamest things that you could be doing with your time. It's not like, oh, you snuck into the restricted section? Whoa. You snuck into the restricted section of the library? Oh my god, you're such a Chad. You're such a maverick.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Uh-huh. I don't get it. Sometimes this game gets like very weirdly dark, and other times it's just kind of absurd. There's one moment in particular we'll see near the end of the game that is genuinely one of the funniest things to me, and it's not supposed to be, but it is genuinely, it plays itself as one of the funniest moments of the game because it points out this plot hole that is in this game and showcases it on full display, and yet still intends to take itself seriously with the plots that it's developed. It just makes no sense whatsoever at all. It does this thing, and it's just like, what are you doing, man?
We sometimes have to remind them to finish the lesson.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Oh god, my least favorite character that they
Shall we
give
begin?
arguably one of the largest
Welcome
amounts of
to
screen
Year
time
5 of
to.
Charms. Now, this will be a crucial
Oh, both
year
of these
in
characters,
your
actually.
education on the art of charm
Natty
work,
and
but
Ronan.
I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page
This
517.
screams of a Gen
But
Zer
before
who
we
went
begin,
through like one of
can anyone
those
here tell me the difference between
like
the incantations of
coastal
the
coastal
color change
schools
and growth
is what it
charms?
is. It just screams of that like coastal school,
Anyone?
like, you know, we're hip and happening. What is going on with you guys over there? And like they're like, that's what my professor used to do, and I loved him. It's like,
By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
again, late 1800s. These people should not be smiling. These people should not be sitting in their chairs the way that they are. They should be genuinely, like, even the way my character just sat with like his head a little bit down like that. Like there should be somebody like he casts his Crucio on you or some shit for doing that. Crucio.
Blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands.
That's what I
Only
think.
one book
This
will
should be
begin your
hard
partnership
core.
with Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
I just it just bothers me, you know. It's so against the established lore. If it wasn't so against the established lore, it'd be one thing. If this was genuinely what Hogwarts was supposed to always be, is just the same thing as Harry Potter's version of Hogwarts, then whatever. But even Harry Potter's version of Hogwarts was pretty dark.
I see a lot of potential, but remember,
You know?
Potential is nothing
I mean, look
without
at,
practice.
think about, what's
at
his
it.
name? Mad Eye.
just rival
When he
Miss
was on,
O'Reilly.
he actually used all 3 unforgivable curses in front of him.
Well, as you all seem to have
You
the
know?
basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
You know, it's such a shame that the video game version of Goblet of Fire sucks ass, because it would have been one of the best video games had they made it the same way that they made Chamber of Secrets or Prisoner of Azkaban. But for some goddamn reason, they offloaded it to this like studio that just makes like these just crappy
I've always found that fun goes hand in
tie-in
hand with mastery, as
game
I'm
film
sure the
things.
Quidditch players amongst
Every other
us will
game,
agree.
even the games that come afterwards, have like a great
what
respect
better than a
for
bit of sport
the
to put our prowess
potential
and
of turning it
summoning
into a
charm to
game.
the test,
But
right?
Goblet of Fire just doesn't. It's just awful. I don't know what they were thinking with Goblet. It's horseshit is what it is.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Yeah. Get the points to 50. Roll it. Be cool. Blah, blah, blah.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your... That's it! Now, think of this like gobstones, if you... Splendid!
By the way, this is really easy compared to some of the challenges that they have with this later on. Later on, this game actually gets kind of rough.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor.
This is why
But
that's
there's
super easy to
certainly
me.
no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Miss Onai, would you care to shut the fuck
You'll
up?
be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
I think what they should do for this game is they should have like the actual rules be like, hey, the goal is to beat the shit out of each other or something. Like, I don't know. It should be more vile. People keep acting like this is just such a PG version of the 1800s. There we go.
That's it.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm gonna beat her.
That is how it's done.
That's gonna be easy. There we go.
Nicely done. Let us see this.
Wow, it's almost like I'm gonna beat her twice. Boom.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Fuck you, Natsai. Bitch. I get up in her face and go, what? I'm a better wizard than you.
Let us make this a bit more interesting,
And
shall
I
we?
push her off. I don't know why I have such a weird rage with this game, but it just aggravates me to no end. You know?
I think we are well
She just
past
she
interesting at
acts like they all act they just all act like a third grade teacher talking down to their students. I hate it so much. Sebastian is my favorite character in this game for good reason, because he's the only one who doesn't like treat you like an infant. Boom. Dora.
Excellent control there.
Dora the fucking explorer.
Here we go.
That is how it's done.
That is how it's done. And she has the most, like, I gotta be honest, kind of racist African accent. I'm aware that it's probably not.
Typical lesson, is it?
Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up bad.
Stay focused.
That's rough.
Let us see this.
That's rough. That actually just cost me the game. That is fucking annoying. Actually, I'm redoing that. That's so annoying. Ugh. Load from last save. Sorry, I was distracted. I know this is like save scumming and this is horseshit. Yeah. Wah. But like,
Clear? Yes, sir.
come on. I mean, seriously, come on. Also, by the way, that one said 31 seconds. This is not 31 seconds in the past. This is like 3 minutes since the last version of this.
Accio.
Boom. Like Dora. I did it. Like Dora the Explorer, I did it. Nobody can speak ill of me because Dora, I did it. The best time to let it go is right near the tail end of yellow. Because then the inertia will take you the rest of the way. Alright, let's see. Boom. Magic.
A perfect score.
A perfect score. Remarkable. You know, again, it's like, and even then, just because they are Indian or they are African doesn't mean they have to have an accent. I get that she's an exchange student, so it makes sense she would have an accent.
Interesting, shall we?
And he is an older guy, so he would probably still have an accent from when he came over, because again, it's the late 1800s. But that's the only time that kind of stuff matters.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Not to mention, in this time frame, they would be working hard to get rid of that accent, because these people would be like swirling them at the best of times, or like just beating the shit out of them at the worst. I mean, again, I just can't overstate enough how stupid it is that they don't showcase that it's the 1800s. Boom. Winner.
That's it.
Watch this.
Fucking dumbass. I was worried I was going to not do well. And there we are.
Well done.
I just don't... Ugh. It's such an annoyance. Boom.
2 perfect rounds. You're a natural.
These nuts are natural. Got him. You know what they say? A nut a day. I don't know what they say. That would be weird, actually. About that. These are children. These are children. But technically they're fake children in an online in a digital game in a digital sphere, so I shouldn't feel as bad about making a D's nuts joke.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I'm glad you understand.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived.
Sorry, this character is my least favorite out of all of the characters. She is the most tedious to listen to constantly. Because she's such a... I don't know. Again, the best way I can describe it is that it feels like a 3rd grade teacher talking down to you or something like that. Like somebody being like not treating you as an equal when they talk to you. Just ignoring every bad thing ever and having a disposition that's way too cheery for what it should be. Like, if you... Like this woman should have the shit bullied out of her. And not like modern bullying where it's just like passive-aggressive behavior. This should be like she comes in with cuts and bruises, bullying levels, and the teachers would not give a shit. Like, that's the level of bullying that I would come to expect in this kind of a time period.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not
Yeah,
so much.
whatever. I don't care. I don't care. I'm clicking these question marks just to get through the fucking... Surely the magic's weaker.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much... I mastered.
Again, seriously. Wandless magic is just as powerful as wand magic. Then why do people use wands? There's no point in using a wand if it's just as powerful and just as, if not more, instinctual. Their wands would have never been developed. This game, for them to just be like, oh, look how unique and pretty we are. Aren't we so much better than you over here at Hogwarts? You're alienating an entire group of people who liked this world
It's nice to learn about another wizarding
by
school.
adding this area of like, oh, and these people, they're so much better than you. They know how to use magic instinctually, and they know how to do this instinctually, and that's just, they're even bigger than Hogwarts too. You thought Hogwarts was impressive. Wait until you see the actually cool things. It's like, fuck off, dude.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Everything in Hogwarts is quite unsafe. What are you talking about?
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
Yeah, I would assume so. I'm a fifth year who just started school. I would assume there would be 5 years of curriculum that you'd have to catch me up on pretty quickly.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yeah, Samantha.
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're
One
the
of my
student
other
everyone's
favorite
been whispering
characters, by the
about.
way.
Hope your
This
first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold
This
your own in
is how you
charms.
write a smart character while still being, like,
I've
normal.
been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Again, one of the better written characters, but you barely see her in this game. I don't know if that's because of the house that I'm in. If I was in Ravenclaw, I would see more of these people and they would impact the story further. But I have a sneaking suspicion that I doubt it, really. My sneaking suspicion is that, in fact, they don't really change much. My other sneaking suspicion is that this game is obnoxiously, like, bad in most cases. However, people get whisked away by the wonder of it all and fail to see it. It's like, okay, just play the original version of just play any of the other Harry Potter games and you'll know what a great Harry Potter game can be. Again, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban, arguably the best, if not one of... Arguably one of the best, if not the best Harry Potter game. Only being beat out maybe by Half-Blood Prince.
Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could
Because
help.
Half-Blood is also really, really good. But I think what beats
excuse
out...
Deke.
Although Chamber of Secrets is still really good. And from what I understand, the PS2 version of Chamber is even better. Because you
I
can
trust your
explore the
first
entirety of the
classes went
school
well?
grounds.
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... What was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Oh, by the way, now we're caught up with where I was. So this was where the female version of my character was in terms of the other game. So
Have you and
that
Professor
we
Fig
just
not
saw at the
discussed
very
my
beginning
He
that
continues
I
to be reticent
tried to
about the
avoid
details,
thinking about
mentioning
too
only a
much.
few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
Yeah.
Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler.
It's the reason why
Regardless, you
catching
must
up didn't
continue to
feel
build
like
upon what you've
catching
learned.
up didn't
In
feel that
regard,
weird
I've asked your professors to help hasten
because
your progress
that was what
with some
1
extra
hour
assignments.
to try and catch up to where I was in the other one. The other one I was just playing because I'm like, oh, I wonder how, hard it will be to get to the areas when it's no longer handholdy. By the way, it stays handholdy for a long time.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily
Whoa.
to assign your first one.
Sorry, I'm
Now,
opening up my
regarding the
bag
trip
of
to Hogsmeade
candy
I mentioned
that I'm going to slurp
We've
on
arranged to
while
replace the supplies lost
giving
on
you
your way
guys
here,
a
including seeds,
horrific,
potion recipes, and
horrific
spellcrafts.
audio
Thank you, Professor.
challenge
And
here.
Mr.
I'm going to like,
Ollivander will
it's
connect
going to be
you with the
gross.
perfect wand. You've managed your classes
They're lemon
well
drops.
with
They're
a borrowed
old-fashioned.
wand,
They're
but
the
you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far
Clay's
superior.
candies. Clay, CLAEY's candies. Since 1919. Naturally flavored from California lemons. Lemon drops. Old fashioned. I love lemon drops, by the way. They're just really good.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Sallow, Sebastian.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the
Onai
area.
is
He'll keep you well
annoying,
clear of
and I
any of
hate
Victor
her
Rookwood's
because she
undesirables en route.
sucks.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Yeah, because of who is operating the Three Broomsticks, I would rather kill myself. Hello, Ronan. Give me my first little assignment.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
No, just for you guys.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine.
Okay, it's just
As
fat-free and
Professor Weasley
gluten-free
mentioned,
on the
I
lemon
am
drop,
not
but
the
like,
only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to
I
catch
just
you
don't
up
get
with
half
your
of this
peers.
shit.
A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor.
The tasks. Clean an area.
This is the right area. Wonder where the flying page is. Revelio.
Oh. Oh. I have to use Accio.
Accio.
There we go. Didn't realize it was that easy. Otherwise, I would have been doing that for a good long while. By good long while, I mean since the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Or whatever. Ah, there we go.
Brilliant.
Wow, it's easy. It's almost like these tasks are always very stupid and babyish because this game has a very babyish, handholdy way of going about itself.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't
I completed the assignments, Professor.
marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic.
Boom. Reparo.
Reparo.
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Okay. By the alcove near the water, this is the one.
Reparo.
Or not. Or it's not the one. Or fuck you. Or fuck you, Clay. Did you think that that was going to be that easy?
Revelio.
Oh, it's this one.
Reparo.
Is it this one? No. No, it is not. He said something about a statue somewhere. Where the hell, goddamn hell is the statue he wants me to repair? It's not this one, obviously. Not busted. It should be that one, but it's not. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care enough for this. I genuinely have such a lack of shits to give in regards to some of the aspects of this game that I would rather just meander around and pretend like I am not, like, about ready to just beat the shit out of this game for existing. Wow.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Fancy meeting you here. Hello, Sebastian. The only person I kind of respect in this game, because eventually you do fucked up shit, and I kind of enjoy it.
I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
No. We shall not. Okay, maybe I should give this game a little bit more of a chance, because I remember it was okay, you know? But this intro's rough. Hey. Hey, buddy, the student who just popped into frame out of nowhere. You just apparate? You apparated as a fourth year? Holy shit!
Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
I don't think that this pathway ever existed in any other game or in the original like series.
She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Well, I gathered them. We get back to Hogwarts and they're like, and nobody should ever gather lacewing flies, as they are a potent psychedelic. And he just sitting in the corner. Yeah, that's some good shit.
You certainly don't see that every day.
What, a hippogriff? Clearly you do not understand how Hogwarts works, because... Gotta be honest with you, Chief.
Out of bounds to all students.
Oh,
this is very easy to
precisely. They think it's too dangerous.
Deal with.
I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities.
I don't know. I lost my train of thought completely.
Just past those ruins up ahead.
Also, again, goofy stuff like this. Like, Hogwarts does not look like this.
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that.
They did not properly architecture Hogwarts. And I get it. It's like, oh, it's the late 1800s. This is what Hogwarts looked like back then. So they thought that they could have some leeway. But the problem is Hogwarts as a whole is a very, very old building, which means that most of Hogwarts was built around the same time.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim, though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
No, I'm gonna use Vivada Kedavra. I'm gonna say, oh, I'll see the Thestrals. I'll see the Thestrals. I've already seen them, and you know, again, that's another thing. Would have been a cool.
Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi guys. Ugly and hairy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Neato.
Demi guys. I don't know what he's putting.
What was
in
I
his pumpkin
saying?
juice.
I was saying
He's
something.
obviously had too much
Oh,
of
it would have been really cool
never
had they
seen Mr.
not
Moon in such a
made the
state.
Thestral a mandatory thing to be seeing. Like, if Thestrals were an optional instance, in which if you followed certain paths, you would see Thestrals.
She is, or rather, she was.
But you didn't always
She's
see
not
the
well at the
Thestrals.
moment,
That
but
would have
she'll
been
be better
cool.
soon and back at Hogwarts.
Revelio.
The only all-visiting school in Britain, Hogsmeade has been a favorite haunt of Hogwarts students, third years and up, for centuries. I should have done my my student impression. It's been an absolute enjoyment, third year and up, for centuries.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
I think this entire game was built on the premise of trying to
So how
get
would you
more
like
people
do this?
to Universal
Weasley told me
Studios.
you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished.
Sounds like a plan,
Remember,
Sabby.
have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
You can't tell me what to do. I'm not going to have fun just because you said that. In fact, now I'm going to do the opposite of whatever fun is. I'm going to shoot myself with my wand. Do you think there are... Okay, I've thought about this a little bit. Do you think that there is like a suicide spell? Or do you just use Avada Kedavra on yourself? Like, again, I've really thought about it, and I genuinely don't know what the answer to that would be. J.K. Rowling would probably be like, oh,
Revelio.
magicians don't kill themselves because the magic power in their bodies makes them less prone to being sad or something like that. And it's like, okay, that what crock of crap is that? No, they want to end it all just like anybody else. Can we stop with that whole, like, oh, well, the world is just so fantastic. Why would they? It's like everybody has bad days. Everybody has a bad, not everybody has a good. Imagine with the kind of wizarding powers that everybody has and all that jazz. I mean, I would at least suspect that there's so much worse tortures going on at people's houses if they're getting abused and other things like that, because they can just hide it immediately. They can do like Emendo and other stuff like that.
I don't believe I've seen your face here before either.
And just heal any bruises if you get the shit kicked out of you by your father or something like that. You think about that?
Is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments.
Somebody uses Wingardium Leviosa on you as a child and starts shaking you violently. Like
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes.
There's all manner of torture methods.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now,
I'm never coming
let's
into
get
this
yours
room
dismissed,
ever
shall we?
again.
Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Yeah, I'll have to come back another time, because holy woolly me, holy freaking jeez Louise, dude. You're selling shit for way more money than I'd be able to purchase them at. My god, dude. I'll come back when your prices are more affordable, you asshole.
Revelio.
Oh, hey, look, there's a thingy. J. Pippin's Potions, established in 1753, is the apothecary in Hogsmeade where proprietor Parry Pippin sells a wide variety of potions and their ingredients. The best thing I can say about Parry Pippin's Potions is that, well, they're expensive. The worst thing I could say is that he's a beep who extorts and languishes in the fact that he's the only potion maker in town. That son of a beep, 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 beep. It's freaking pounding. Boom. Collected field pages. Collect those field pages in Hogsmeade, sir. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not going to do that. Oh, okay, there we go. Hey, buddy. Just drink a random person's brew and run away. That is probably the funniest thing as a student you could do, is just run up to somebody who's like, wait, what's happening here? There was a little interaction thing. I thought there was anyway. Thieves. Warts, whatever, I don't care. Again, this would have been a far cooler game had they genuinely taken into account the time period that they're dealing with. But no. We can't do... And again, late 1800s. This is like 1890 something. It has to be, because they already said that one lady got her stuff in the 1870s or something when she took down a ring of stuff, and she's too old now to be doing something like that. So, Ollivanders. Okay, visit tomes and scrolls. Blindle and Blatch. Is that what it just said? Wait. What does it say? The Bingle and Blatch. Bingle and Blatch. What the hell? I get it that it's supposed to be like magic stuff, but like, does everything have to be like, it's Borgin and Burks? It's Bingerschneff and Flamberdings. It's Hobskins and Hool. It's like, okay, these aren't even names. Why are you just like randomly being like, ah, yes, the classic places that we all went to, the Humblesnatch and Dinglebees. You know, I just... When are we just gonna say, yeah, look at this, Zonkos. Who's ever heard of the name of a place called Zonkos? Look, it's Zonkos. Ah, I remember in Harry Potter, the famous Zonkos. You went there and a man just stood in the corner going, Zonk! Zonk! And then he handed you a candy cane. You might be thinking, that's weird, why would he do any of that? And to that I say, shut up. Seriously, stop talking, or I'll shoot you with a gun. Let's see what a gun does to you. Could you imagine how funny it was? It would be if wizards carried guns. That's probably one of the funniest things that a wizard could carry is a gun. Just like freaking... Oh, yes. Bulletus immendus. And then they just... shoot you. Shoot you in the head with a bullet.
Well, hello there.
Hello, Timothy.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here
Was
for
his name
seeds
Timothy
Professor Weasley
Teasel?
left from your collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new 5th year.
Timothy Teasdale.
Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts is a 5th year. You must be
Oh, Timothy
positively
Teasdale.
reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it
I
all as
remember.
one big adventure.
I remember
Oh,
him
bravo.
from
Not
the
everyone has the temperament
back
to take
in
things as
days.
they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition
But
to
you can be
seeds, I have
dead.
plenty of plants.
Would you like that?
Grow everything
If I killed
myself.
you?
My
If I
speciality
shot you
is
in the head
potion
with a
ingredients.
bullet?
Even Pippin
I've been a part of the
purchases
muggling
from me.
world
But
for
what
way
say
too
we
long.
get
The
you a
muggling
packet of
world.
dittany seeds?
I've been a part of the muggle world for long enough to know that we have much stronger weapons than anything that you guys have here.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Do have a look around. Oh, shut up, Timothy. Timothy
Rebellion.
Teasdale. What a fucking loser. This cart belongs to Timothy Teasdale, who runs the Magic Neep. He enjoys being in the thick of things and engaging with customers outside the shop. He also enjoys being a freak. A name like Timothy Teasdale. Jesus. What's your name? Bimcar Bumbersnatch. At your service. Bimcar Bumbersnatch? In the flesh. It's like, okay. Are you like the dumbest character in this? Tomes and Scrolls. Alright, near the very entrance to Hogsmeade. Hogsmeade makes sense as a name. Like, that genuinely makes sense. As a name for a village, Hogsmeade, real. Oh, hey, Thomas Brown. Most normal
Pardon me, sir.
name.
I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda, student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it
No,
you've
you're
had
not.
a conjuring lesson. Then.
I'm sorry. Again,
I'm
late
afraid I
1800s,
haven't,
you're a black man. No, you're not.
but
You're
you
not the
will soon
proprietor.
enough.
You're the indentured
It is
servant
magic at its
of the real
purest,
proprietor here because
creating
this is
something
a
out of
very
nothing.
racist
Of course, it is
time
not without
frame.
complexity. But that
Wizards
is
aren't
where
above
my
all of this.
spellcrafts come in.
It's horseshit.
Stay the course,
Voldemort
and
was
you could
the
soon impress
second
even
Dark
Professor
Wizard.
Weasley.
Let's
That's
remind
certainly
you
something
people
to
of that.
aspire to, Mr.
It was
Brown.
originally
I look
what's
forward
his
to that
name,
day.
Grindelwald,
And I
or whatever,
too seeing it.
who is
Spellcrafts
also
are incredibly
evil.
useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration.
Who existed
But I shall let
during this
Professor
time
Weasley do the
period.
teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station.
It's just ridiculous.
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look.
It's the reason why Harry Potter sort of breaks down when you start looking at the past versus future versions of things, because in the logic of the world, it sort of breaks down a lot more doing like Harry Potter in the late 1800s, because again, the social confines of the time frame still matter. It's not like Muggles versus. Did you see this? Do you? What the fuck? Yeah. The windows don't actually look in or out. They're fake. That's weird as shit. What? My god, this game is so bizarre.
Revelio.
I just think, because here's the thing, I would excuse these things if they were in the old Harry Potter games, because they came out in the 2000s, you know, early 2000s to late 2000s. They came out alongside the films. This game came out like 3 years ago. I think maybe 2 years ago, actually. So this does not get the same leeway the other things get in terms of like that. This is post Cyberpunk 2077. This game came out. So if this game has like weird glitch shit like that when it's trying to look pseudo realistic, that's on the developers for making a bad game at that point. We are living in a post 2077 world.
I'll be right with. Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time?
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we?
Yeah. We get to pick out our wand.
No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring.
All these boxes have coloration to them, and it makes me wonder how this is color coded.
Oh goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you.
Yeah. They're gonna show me the third one. I wonder.
Trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Again, it's doing all the tropes of this horseshit of like, oh, what was it that Harry Potter had? Oh, he went through the wand and had 2 incorrect choices before finding his wand. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Let's see.
How intriguing.
Dark brown, honey brown, ash brown, light brown, gray, warm brown, light brown, ash brown, honey brown, dark brown, dark gray, gray. I could pull up just to see. I'm pretty sure there's a specific type of wand that I actually have as my wand type. Let's see. Harry Potter wand quiz. Harry Potter, discover your wand. Let's see. If I go to it, it's an alder wand, dragon heartstring, 14-inch. Alder wands. Okay, so we're looking for alder.
Intriguing.
Honey brown, ash brown, gray, warm brown. I don't know. We're looking for green, gray, dark brown, ash brown, light brown, black, warm brown, light brown. Jesus. Warm brown. Okay, hold on. Wood type would
How
be
intriguing.
alder. And it would be 14 and quarters, I think is what I just said from my stuff. 14 inches. 14 inches.
Intriguing.
Flexibility. Slightly springy, I think is what it just said. Hold on. Slightly springy. Flexibility, yes. And then wood core is dragon heartstring.
A dragon heartstring wand is most powerful and learns quickly.
Okay, so the visual doesn't fucking matter.
Curious indeed.
Let's see. If the visual doesn't really matter, I'm gonna have it look kind of
How intriguing.
kind of warm color wise. Let's see.
Curious indeed.
Let's see. I don't really like any of these wands and wand variations. I'm gonna be honest here, Chief. I guess if I have to choose one, it's either gonna be the spiral dark brown or the stock dark brown. Yeah. Alright, with wood type alder, 14 inches, slightly springy, and dragon heartstring. Yes, yes, and yes, purchase.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
This just made me think that Onai or whatever her name is, that literally undermines the entirety of the later book, the last book of the Deathly Hallows, because the implication then is that wands don't matter for the power level of a spell. And if wands don't matter for the power level of a spell, then the entirety of the Elder Wand situation doesn't mean jack shit. Because wands aren't more or less powerful.
Better go and find Sebastian.
It's like, are you fucking kidding? That's not how that works.
Revelio.
Better go and find Sebastian. Better go and find these nuts. Got him. What did I get? A little bit of this dick. Got him. Again. Hello, Sebastian. Sebastian Sallow.
All of my supplies.
I officially have all of my supplies.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
Oh, hello. Monster.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
Are we weakening him at all? Keep at it. We'll wear them down eventually.
Are we wearing him down at all? Yeah, I think I'm kicking his ass.
What was that? A taste of his own medicine. Nicely done. Leviosa. Potato.
Oh. Okay, there we go. Ouch. There we go, you little bastard.
Look out!
God, I need to keep looking at the light of the color of the things, because I'm pretty sure not every one of those has been red. Some of them have been like orange. Yeah, like that one. That one was orange. I could have defended against that. There we go. Alright.
That's right, you lumbering louts. He's faltering. A few more hits should do the job.
Okay.
Leviosa. Accio.
There we go. There we go. Fucker's dead now.
Goodness, a second troll. Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Singer, you are very short.
Reparo.
I'll go and see what he wants.
Lucky they didn't do more damage. Reparo. thing for Officer Sink to worry about.
Okay, where was that guy calling out to me?
Reparo.
Speak to the shopkeeper. What did the shopkeeper say? He says, fuck you.
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we?
I would do something like that for someone who just saved me from a giant fucking man-eating troll. Me being a worthless piece of shit. Didn't even put on his outfit.
We've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just this way.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined?
Unlike the enchanted mannequins favored by students or dueling practice, the mannequins at Galdrig's serve only as a means to display the latest in wizarding fashion.
Welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
A sneakoscope is a type of dark detector and will spin, whistle, and light up when it detects someone untrustworthy nearby. It should be used with caution, however, as it will alert the untrustworthy to the user's presence almost instantly. Uh-huh. You know what? The outfit? The fit? Pretty good. Green usually isn't a pretty good color on me, but
utter bedlam in there. You might even meet Serona.
this is a fantasy
Fiona.
game,
She's a
and
good
not
one to
me
know.
as a human being.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is Working with Rookwood?
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
Quickly, let's do anything else but be out here. In broad
It's a
daylight.
treat to see you, Lord Gok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well.
That right there. That right there is the perfect encapsulation of why this
Now, what can
set in the late 1800s
There's a face I haven't seen
makes
before.
no fucking sense.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thanks for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right.
Neither has this happened before, what I'm seeing right in front of me in Hogsmeade, ever. And I have seen a much more progressive Hogsmeade in the game, in the books. Again,
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving
it's
just now?
the destruction of their lore that is annoying to me.
Once the two of you leave,
If
the
this was
caliber of
always
clientele will
the
greatly
case,
improve.
this would have been one thing.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
But it's clearly been stated a million times that it's not the case.
I'm only here for this one anyway.
This is a time frame when wizard supremacy was at an all-time high.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me.
You know, there was still pure blood thought process
I said,
even well back in the
friend
day.
is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything, but it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
Revelio.
I think I actually took Shallow here in my other gameplay, Let's Plays too. Because I think Onai really pisses me off. She just so annoyingly, like, without
glad
flaw.
Serona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
I think, okay, I think the main thing that pisses me off is that if they were going to deal with the whole, what am I trying to say? If they were going to do this whole thing with, tropey behavior for these kinds of games, then they could have very easily troped out with some of the more positive tropes, but they only do the tropey stuff when it's tedious, like the wand thing and other stuff like that, but they don't do like the 3 friends thing and build that up properly, or the friends and students of Hogwarts and attending classes and all that jazz. They just they don't do the things properly that seem obvious to be doing properly, and then do the things like the tropey things for pointless shit. It just aggravates me. You know, I just, whatever. Great Hall, Library Annex, I think the South Wing is where... Gryffindor Common Room, yes. Okay. Whatever. We will end the stream here in a minute because holy moly free holies, has this been a long stream. For just being a little over 2 hours, this has been a lot more tedious than I thought it would ever be. Let's put it to you that way, because holy moly free holies. Again, this game is very interesting, to say the least. It's an okay game. It's not a good game. It's not a bad game by any means, but it just, there's a lot to it that I nitpick on. For good reason. This is a very important game series that they exist within, and it's just like, I don't know, I can't even explain it completely. They just ruined it, I think, is the best way to describe it. They ruined the lore and history. This is supposed to be a very dark and tedious time for being a wizard, where you have to really watch your back because of how vile it is. And they just made it this weird happy place. It doesn't sound accurate at all to what this world should have been. Whatever. Alright, that's enough of that. We're back to blue screen, yay! And we'll switch over to this. Okay, so next stream, probably not until Friday, because tomorrow's New Year's Eve, and then we got New Year's on Thursday. I might do a New Year's stream, but I kind of doubt it. Starting next week, I'll have my schedule a little bit more fleshed out, so I'll be able to determine what my end schedule of YouTube videos and other stuff will be. I may, and I say this with a big may instead of a will or will not, I may end up switching to Twitch, just because Twitch's live streaming setup is a little bit more integrated for live streaming, and it'll give me a chance to separate out the YouTube video side of things from the streaming side of things, so that way in the future, when I do start releasing actual videos, it's not like, oh, this is all that this is kind of thing. So I may end up changing my live streams, and it would be temporary. It would definitely not be permanent. I would definitely be streaming on Twitch until I garner a presence on both my YouTube and Twitch, and then I'll probably switch to YouTube. But I see merit in, as I'm gathering up individuals to watch my streams, to do that on Twitch, because that's how I always used to do it before. And I at one point had 2, 3, 4 concurrent viewers. At one point I had 14 viewers at one point in time on my stream. So I was very close, under the new confines of how they do YouTube partnership and affiliate and everything. I would have gotten affiliate. It's just now that I would get affiliate. Back then, that was not affiliate. It was, what was it, 50 subscribers, or not 50 subscribers, 50 followers, 3 concurrent viewers, and a certain amount of time that you had to stream, as well as a certain number of streams. So a length of time that you had to stream per week, maybe per month, and then a number of streams. So there's 4 things. Now it's a lot less involved. It's a lot more like, oh, I think the actual thing now is 30 followers, which I believe I have. An average of 2 or 3 concurrent viewers, but it also, there's not the same bar to entry for non-affiliates that there was back in the day. Like now you can have donation stuff and all that stuff ready on Twitch, and actually be making an amount of money pre-affiliate. But if you become a Twitch affiliate, all that stuff opens up a little bit more for you, which fair enough, fair's fair. You know, I shouldn't necessarily hamp on a service that's not directly doing anything evil to me. I just have a problem with it morally. I think that it does I think that that site does promote a lot of very slippery business practices. So, but at the end of the day, it's where people mainly watch streams. If anybody was watching these streams, I would feel differently, but this is now, what is it, day 8 or 9, number, like stream 9 or 10, and I have yet to get anybody watching the actual stream who's not myself. So, and I gotta be honest, I don't even think any of the VODs have been watched by anybody other than myself. So I think it's sitting in a place where I'm going to only post the edited stuff here from now on and move over to Twitch. And we'll see how that goes. I just think Twitch is a little bit better in terms of categories, in terms of streaming, in terms of other things like that. You would get a little bit more notoriety in the types of games that you play because of how the categories work, whereas YouTube, I just don't think there's any exposure when you're at this level versus a little bit of a higher one. So we'll see how things go. But anyway, for now, this is goodbye. I hope to see you when I get into the next stream. So please don't forget, like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Actually, you don't have to like, just subscribe. Come on. I don't need the like exposure. I just need subscribers. You know, I need people who want to watch me, who are willing to watch me, and who want to watch me. And if you want to watch me, you want to watch a little bit more of this, subscribe. You know, that's how you'll do it. And hopefully my content won't be dog shit. So, all right. Goodbye.